All right, so in this video I have a new pair of Adidas NMD sneakers that I'm excited to show you guys because honestly I haven't heard anything about it. It definitely surfaced on random foot sites here and there. I ended up buying a pair of these from MIDSOLE just because I really wanted to see what these things look like and how they felt on feet. And this is the NMD V3 is what they're calling them. Now I don't know if this is supposed to be like an R1 V3 or just like a version 3 of the NMD. There's no R1 involved in the title of it, but it looks like an updated R1 to myself. There's a couple things about the shoe that I absolutely love. Some design elements in the shoe make this something that I would love to see in more sneakers just across the board, and I'll get into that in a second. Not anything I really don't like about the shoe, to be 100% honest. It's one of those shoes where, yeah, we've seen NMDs. Yes, the rise to fame has come, and yes, it's gone. There's now kids that I know that have NMDs. There's grandparents that I know that have NMDs. That doesn't take away the factor that I like the product or not. So this is the newest version with a really interesting look. I don't have any like company details about these sneakers yet, and for some reason they're not on Adidas yet. I should reach out to them and ask them like why or when we can expect them. But honestly, I don't think they're going to know just because of COVID and the delays have been crazy. I feel like this is supposed to have one of those specific launch dates, and it never happened because of the way things panned out, which is okay. Sometimes it's nice to be able to just randomly find a pair of sneakers like these and just buy them, and I like the fact that I was able to do that. Now, I've seen some other colorways out there that look amazing. There's two OG stylings, one that's like white, red, and blue, and the other one that's like black, red, and blue. Both of those are super fire, but there's also another one that has kind of like a weird metallic-y, like galaxy sort of vibe to it. All three of those are definitely ones that I have my eyes on, but this is the only one that was available, and honestly, really like the way they look on feet, really like the way they feel on feet also. So this is a little bit different than some of the other NMDs that we've seen. I did a side-by-side comparison to the NMD R1, just the regular knit version, not the prime knit version. And I gotta say, like, the overall shape and stuff looks pretty similar. There's a couple things that they did that make this a little bit more streamlined and a little bit more futuristic looking that I really do like. The main thing that the NMD was known for was the side little panels on each side. You can see how they like stick out a little bit here and there. The way the wings stick out on this is very, very similar to the S ones you could see right here. I was very, very fortunate enough to get blessed up with a pair of these when they dropped. Very limited supplies. I'm sure we'll see more love on the S1 in the future. This is a crazy, crazy sneaker boot almost because it's so ridiculously thick. I did a review on these though. If you guys want to see, go check out my channel. But the wings in the back of these little pods for the midsole look very, very similar to what we have on here in the back. It doesn't stick out as much, like half as much, but still the same sort of styling, which I do kind of like that there's something that's similar there. You do have one in the front here, and I do like the way that it kind of comes up and molds around this time instead of just as like a little insert. It like literally comes up from the midsole and is like kind of an encased midsole in a sense, the way that they put them in there for the extra stability on each side. And you can see it like looks like they're functional because they come up just high enough on the side that it would add stability. You also do have another one of those around the heel cup of the shoe as well, down in a black like underlay or black infused line right here that kind of sticks out. It looks really cool. I like how that fits in there again for the stability part of it. For the upper, I really don't know what this stuff is called. I want to say celery mesh, but I honestly have no idea. It has like a really fine mesh though for the upper, very, very thin fused material across the toe section of the shoe. Just give it a little bit of segregation from the front and the back of the shoe. And then you see a fused on half circle right here with a little split down the middle. On the inside, it does say NMD L41088 and then 003. So I like the additional branding here on the side of the shoe, just letting you know that it's an NMD like version 3. The tongue being a different color of the upper is a smart thing to do. I always say this, but Adidas does a great job with their colorways. Their color team needs like more credit because in my opinion, they do a really, really good job on just inline models for us that, I don't know, they're just appealing to the eye, at least to me. But the tongue looks really nice, and this is probably my favorite feature of the shoe and something that I need to see Adidas do more of, and as well as other companies. But the way that they integrated this tongue, so it's a detached tongue all the way down, and that surprised me. I thought it was going to be attached, but when you're working with different materials, some of them are a little bit too rigid and they're too firm, and it's hard to be able to create like a elastic sort of feel to the shoe because of the rigidity of the product. So this is one of those situations where this feels pretty rigid, but when you pull down, you can pull down on the tongue and it's quite easy. Well, the reason why you could do that is because they integrated the laces through the tongue, but not in just one spot at the top, which is typically what we see, just one spot in the top to hold the tongue in place. We have that all the way down. So it holds the tongue in place perfectly because of the distribution of the laces underneath the tongue and how it just kind of loops in all the way up. Very, very smart construction, and it was definitely noticeable when I could just lift up on this and put them on feet and slide them in. I mean, this passes the no hands test because it just collapses up when you move your foot in. It's just a beautiful thing to see when you have wider feet, to be able to just move the tongue up and then slide your foot in. Like sometimes this gets too crunched up, and when it was the prime knit versions, you had to hold on to it because otherwise you just would, you know, go like that and then just drop your foot over top of it. So this is just beautiful. The fact that they have this tongue that stands out and pops out. The downside I will say though is it is a little bit too rigid. So if you're trying to throw these on with no socks, this is a little bit of a rigid section back here with this pull tab. It's very hard plastic. And then also the same kind of material on the tongue. There's a little bit of a soft piping around the tongue, but then it's taken over by this part that I was praving with the loop right here. That's kind of a really rough material. That sits on top of your foot. So you definitely have to wear socks with these, and higher ones that are going to come up to right here because this will rub on your foot, and that could be really annoying. I haven't worn these for days on end yet, so I can't tell you if this is going to be disturbing. Obviously, if you're wearing socks, it probably won't be an issue, but without socks, it might be. I like the updated traction pattern on the bottom of the shoe as well. I think it looks really cool. It looks very much so like an NMD, very true to the original form. However, it's like morphed a little bit, so it's not exactly the same, but they made it just a little bit different. I do like also that you have around the trim hits of pink or like magenta or whatever you want to call this around. It just adds a little bit of pop to the shoe. That's literally the only hit of pink, and it really feels like it's one of the main colors that make up this colorway. But again, great details on the people that did the color blocking on this. I like the 3 stripes on the side as well. They're kind of underlaid under this material, but it's only on one side. It's not on both sides. And the branding on the shoe is very, very minimalistic. You don't have a trefoil logo or anything, 3 stripes on the back. You don't have anything on the toe down view. You don't have anything on the side view. It's very minimal branding, and I think that was just really genius. Obviously, the 3 stripes everybody knows, so that holds its own weight, in my opinion. You don't have to go all out with Adidas here, Adidas there, and I like what they did with that. So how's the comfort on the NMD V3? I would say it's actually really good. I'd say it's better than the NMD R1. It's not as good as an Ultra Boost still, like the Ultra Boost OG as well as the Ultra Boost 22. Feels better on feet in my opinion, but these feel better than the NMD R1s or R2s from my recollection. The R2s I haven't worn in a long time. The R1s I tried them on side by side, and I definitely felt more boost in this one, just all around better feel, which as I mentioned in some of the other videos that I recently done, I would have thought that this would have been not as good on feet because of the encased boost. Through the last couple of years, I feel like they've softened the boost a little bit and then made it so that when they encase it, it doesn't lose any of the bouncy spring back feel and the comfort from what the boost offers when you encase it. The first couple versions of it when it was encased, it just wasn't very good. It was a little bit too firm, but I don't know. Like I said a bazillion times, I feel like they softened up the boost material, and then now encased, it just feels just like regular boost, and in some cases even better. In this case, the boost midsole feels a little bit bigger than the other versions, which is probably why it feels a little bit better. But I do prefer this one over the V1 and the V2, not only for comfort, but for looks. These come in at about 12.5 ounces, so not a very lightweight shoe, but not a very heavy shoe either. 12.5 pounds isn't bad. It's not like a pound per foot, so not terrible there. But anyways, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about the NMD V3, something you like, something you don't like. Leave whatever comments you guys would like. If you guys want to buy a pair of them, I will try to link them in the description. I'm going to try to time this video with whenever I see them available on adidas.com, which again, I don't even know when that's going to happen. So hopefully we'll see something soon because I can't wait for you guys to see these and try them out. I really do think this is the best looking NMD that we have to date. In my opinion, I really like the stylistic elements that they updated. It's classic. It reminds you of something that you're familiar with, but it's also updated in a really cool way. So anyways, thank you guys for stopping by and watching. If you guys did like the video and it was informative, please drop a like. Much appreciated when you guys do that. If you guys did like my content, again, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to let you know when my videos are posted. But hopefully we'll see you guys back for some more sneaker videos. All right, have a good one. Peace, guys.